guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are still here, day 44 at the Tokyo Auto Show, and guess what? We had to stop by the Honda booth one more time because surprise, surprise, the Prelude is back, and that's what I have right next to me. This is it. This is your new upcoming Honda Prelude. But before we get into this two-door sport compact car, let's talk about what's going on here. The Prelude. It's been around for 5 generations. It all started in 1978, and the last time that a Honda vehicle had the Prelude name was in 2001. Boy, oh boy, has the auto industry changed. And guess what? Honda decided to surprise everybody, including yours truly, by bringing the Prelude name back. Now, what's fascinating is the Prelude was actually the first ever Honda to feature a moonroof. So very fascinating to see certain touches that back in the day were mind-shattering, and now we're looking at this particular Prelude being a BEV. What does that mean? Battery electric vehicle. But what I want to do is I want to show you the details of this new Prelude and find out if you think that this is the best new sport compact car to get excited about. Let's go ahead, let's dive into this Prelude and find out. Right off the bat, the shape, I really feel like they hit the nail on the head, and they're giving people, true car enthusiasts, that style that we're craving. Now, at the front of the business, lighting is always important, and Honda has done a great job. LED daytime running lamps, LED headlights, and I like the way they separated the daytime running lamps on the corners from the actual daytime running lamp that runs along the midsection. Now you'll notice with that nice fender extension, gives it some great curves, and then working our way down, we got some carbon fiber. Love the carbon fiber style on the lower bumper area, on that little side splitter extension. Now, of course, with this being an EV, we have to also be mindful about drag coefficient numbers. And of course, when you look at EVs, yes, Honda has done a lot of work with hybrids, but in the United States, the upcoming Prologue is going to be their first fully electric vehicle. A little bit different here in Japan, where they've had some other examples of vehicles. Now, as we come across the front, I really think they hit the nail on the head. Definitely the last 2 generations of the Prelude, I could see clearly with how they sculpted the front end, but you know that it's different. It's not really like a retro style, but you could see those touches from the last 2 generations. And I remember being a kid in school, Preludes were cool, and they definitely had all of that great reliability that Honda fans want. Now, at the front of the business, you'll notice that Honda badge, so much history going back decades, especially here in Japan. We have that daytime running lamp in the center, and then working your way down, you'll notice the lower grille area. I like the way they did this honeycomb shape, gloss black, and this is going to be functional because remember, we're talking about liquid-cooled battery packs. And if you're wondering, well, what's the blue about? Obviously, blue represents BEVs, battery electric vehicles, and the way that they did the splitter, nice and clean. Now, as we rise up, I love the arrow at the front, the way the nose drops down, and like I said, clean style that goes into the A-pillars. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. I'm actually really digging these wheels. They look like they came off of something currently available in the market. You're gonna have your gloss black V-spoke design. I love the extra little touches that they bring. 20-inch wheel, and if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the size of the tire? 245 on the width, 35 series sidewall. You're gonna have your 4-piston Brembo calipers, and I'm liking the way they're blue. 2-piece rotors. Of course, I'm sure we're gonna find regen braking. That's a real great way to help with range. But having braking capability shows the sport compact car performance side of things. And the way that this thing sits, I know Honda Pro Jason wishes he was here in Tokyo right now. And Jason, if you're watching, what's up from Raiti's Rides? But continuing down the side, love the pearlescent paint. Lori's gonna swing around and show you that nice extension that they have on the fender, and the side skirt is all carbon fiber, just like we found on the front of the vehicle. We rise up, they did a great shape to your side mirrors, also in carbon fiber, and also the roof. Now, what is the big deal about having a carbon fiber roof? I know you look at this, you're like, oh, it's cool, it's carbon fiber. Having a carbon fiber roof actually cuts weight, so it's gonna lower your center of gravity. With this being an electric vehicle and the battery pack in the bottom of the vehicle, that also is gonna lower our center of gravity. So if you haven't driven a BEV yet, they handle phenomenally. They actually will surprise you because of that lower center of gravity. But I love the way they work the roof line into the rear glass. Here's something that I'm thinking, is Acura gonna make this an Integra? Two-door Integra, two-door Prelude, kind of makes me get excited, really nice. But I love the way they did the flush door handles. Nice belt line. So right above that, you have your belt line that comes into that rear fender. Look at the way they pulled back that rear quarter glass into that rear pillar coming into the fender. And then coming around back, you have that nice flared out style. Look at that real attention to detail. Carbon fiber on the rear trunk spoiler. And this does have a trunk. This is not a lift back. You'll notice that we have the large rear glass area, but then you'll see where the body lines are for the actual trunk. So the trunk would rise up here, but the way they did, look at that, the openings in the rear wing, the LED lighting with the Honda name spelled out on the back, like we showed you on the prologue. I love that classic touch, but also contemporary as well. And there it is, no joke, we're not making it up. Prelude is back on a Honda vehicle. Working your way down, I like the way they did the LED lighting. Yes, there's some gloss black, but that matches with what's up front. And the rear diffuser area, especially with the little blue LED touch, all carbon fiber, has a nice overall style. It's one of those things that when you look at the vehicle and you say to yourself, is this something that's going to be production? I don't know. There's a lot of crazy concept vehicles here at the Tokyo Auto Show. This is one of those vehicles that it looks production ready. I feel like I could actually drive out of the facility in this vehicle. But you see how I was talking about that beautiful fender line? Really nice kind of flared fender style into the rear bumper area. And then of course that roof line. I think that's another area that they hit the nail on the head, and they didn't just make it a flat plain roof. You got that nice dip in the center. Acura Integra. I really feel, mark my words, that this is gonna be something that we're gonna see in the States. But incredible that when we talk about EVs, they don't have to all be crossover SUVs. We can have names come back like the Prelude, iconic. This be the 6th generation of the car that started all the way back in 1978. But it's nice to see that blending on what's going on with electrification, but also style. And then of course, how it drives. That's one thing that I'm gonna be very curious about to eventually see this thing in production mode, because Honda does something very unique with their driving that not a lot of other brands do. It's all that communication through the steering wheel. So I'm gonna guess that those engineers are gonna make sure that that steering wheel feel, no matter it being electrified or not, is gonna have that great feedback and really that great style. And then of course you have the braking capability with the Brembo brakes and of course the regen braking. But let me know how you feel in the comment section about this vehicle. Like I said, when I heard Prelude, my heart started to pitter patter, just like I was in 8th grade again. And now being here at the Tokyo Auto Show, being able to show you for the first time this vehicle in person, it definitely checks off so many of those boxes that us car enthusiasts crave for. But let me know down in the comment section how you feel about the Prelude. Let me know if you are excited for this vehicle as much as I am. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, let me know in that comment section also how you feel about this setup. Also interesting, remember, next year in IndyCar, we're gonna see hybrid technology for the first time. So remember, hybrid technology, just like full BEVs, is electrification, and with IndyCar being performance-oriented, and this being performance-oriented, I could see it, I could feel it. I can't touch it because they don't want us to touch the vehicle, but it is tangible here in front of my face. Of course, we can't forget another person that is that tangible, huggable person that works so hard. Lori working that camera like a champ. Show us some love in the comment section. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.